2021 CR 2745, State of Texas versus Davis Alexander Villegas. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Travis Banks, the state of Texas.
Defense?
Raymond Bell for the defense.
All right. And are you Davis Alexander Villegas?
That's me, ma'am.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and states motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
My attorney, yes, he showed it to me.
All right. Are you the same Davis Alexander Villegas who was placed on community supervision in 2021 CR 2745 for the offense of assault, bodily injury, married cohabitation on April 11, 2022 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Correct.
All right, state.
Related condition number 2, on or about and this is from the first motion to revoke.
Okay.
On or about the 31st day of March, 2023 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Davis Alexander Villegas, defendant there, failed to submit to drug testing as directed by the court officer, supervision officer, or a duly authorized agent of the court in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Be true.
All right, state.
The state will waive and abandon the other violations.
Any objections?
Objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 2, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County jail? Did you understand?
That's correct.
No, did
Yes,
you
ma'am.
understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 2?
That's correct, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 2 true. Is there an agreement?
Somewhat, Your Honor. I think the agreement is that he be revoked. The state is asking the court to sentence him to 1 year in the Bexar County jail. And I'll let defense.
All right,
And
defense.
Judge, that's correct. We're just asking the court consider sentencing him, performing the sentence to 6 months. Mr. Vegas makes no excuses for what he did, made a choice, quite frankly. He missed and then he got scared and chose not to keep coming back in. He's had a lot of time to think about it, Judge. He's been sitting in jail now for about 61 days, 62 days. And he's determined, given his circumstances, that it's best to grant the motion at this point and assess some jail time. He would just ask the court consider reforming the sentence to the 6 months as opposed to the year.
All right, anything you wish to say, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can
Yes.
you raise your right hand?
Right hand.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
David Villegas.
Yes, what would you like to say?
I would like to say thank you for the offer of probation. I did relapse on alcohol, and which gave me I'm gonna be truthfully and honest with you. And that's the reason why I didn't go report. I was going through a little bit of difficulty in life, and my choice was to look for a way out with drinking, and that was my choice, which led to I didn't report. So I just wanted to be honest with the court. You know what? So after this, I'm able to go back to living my regular life and able to work and be a positive, productive member of society.
But you cannot go back to living your regular life because your regular life is gang affiliation and it's drugs. And from when I first, my mind is a steel trap. When I first sentenced you, from that day to now, you are looking a little bit worse for wear because you've lost more weight and you're using more than just alcohol.
That's correct, ma'am. I did relapse on methamphetamine.
Well, no, I mean, you just threw out alcohol. You didn't say anything about meth. So you have an issue. All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a choice. Here are your choices. Let me see how long you've been on.
About 2 years, Judge.
All right. I can continue you and send you to SATA. But I'm not sure. Vashawn, will SATA take him for gang affiliation?
No problem, Judge.
Is there any place else that would take him? Because he's on misdemeanor probation and he only has about a year remaining. Yeah, we can't extend him. That's a problem. Will ISF take him? All right, so you have a choice, and this is your choice. One, if you truly want help with your drug problem, then I will send you to state ISF. I will continue you. Or two, I will sentence you in the Bexar County Jail to 1 year. Either way, your time is going to pass. So which would you prefer?
I prefer to get help, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Villegas, Lifetime Recovery will accept you into their inpatient treatment program. So you have a choice. I can sentence you to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail, or I can send you to lifetime. Which would you prefer?
Oh, what's the wait on the lifetime, ma'am?
What's the wait?
I'll
Up to
take,
2 weeks.
I'll take recovery, ma'am.
All right, see, here's the thing. When people say, what's the wait time? Then that makes me wonder if you're really prepared for recovery. Because if you're really prepared for recovery, the wait time can be whatever the wait time will be. So are you sure this is something you wish to do?
Your Honor, yes. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
All right. So I'll deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include lifetime recovery, defendant is to remain in custody until transported to lifetime. And I'm going to want a GPS on him. I know they do GPS at Lifetime Recovery. So we're going to do full GPS.
With the court consider waiving fees, Judge, I'm court appointed, and I don't think he's got.
Oh, I'll ask that fees be waived or deferred.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, is there anything else?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Probation is, I'm sorry,
No, for the front of the bench.
probation. Is there anything else he needs? We'll do the UA hotline until further notice. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
To tell you the truth, I would just like to take whatever is offered within like parenting classes,
Oh, I've already ordered that.
or I just want to get my life back on track, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we can go off the record. Lifetime Recovery is going to accept you. Do not bring that gang nonsense to their doorstep. Do you understand?
I understand you.
And if there is any type of issue that occurs where you're bringing drugs to Lifetime Recovery, we're going to have an issue. Do you understand?
I understand you.
All right. All right, good luck
Thank
to
you,
you.
Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
All right. So the reason why we're here is the last thing that I have is Reentry Center in Houston, Texas, documentation not provided. Has that been provided?
Yeah, let me double check.
What is that? The verification of the halfway house?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
There is for residents, Your Honor.
Okay. And then
The first residence is the reentry home in Houston, Texas.
all right. So what does he have remaining to
Your
pay?
Honor, he was in custody when he signed for probation.
Mhm.
So he was just released on his parole violation
Mhm.
in June.
All right. So my understanding is that you're telling them you don't want to be extended. You will be extended. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I understand that you were placed on probation while you're in custody, but that means that you haven't done anything really because you've been in custody. So you're going to be extended. Now, if you complete everything early, then the court will consider removing you from probation or allowing you to terminate early. Do you understand? but you're gonna have to show the court something.
Okay, ma'am. When I got arrested, I got these charges, right? And
Mhm.
they violated me and sent me to prison, so that time doesn't count?
No.
How come if I was already in custody for these charges?
Oh, because you're on probation for this case. Now, if you were not on probation for this case, and if you would like to be revoked and just do your time on it and have an attorney talk to the state and see what time they will be perhaps willing to give you, then of course the court will always consider that. But the court is going to extend you. And how much time do you want to extend him for?
Your Honor, I would need a little bit of time to look into that.
All right.
Currently, his probation expires on the 31st of this month.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend him. And I'm going to extend him for a year. If you get everything done and come back within 6 months, the court will consider terminating you early. But that means you cannot miss any appointments or anything. You understand?
Yes, ma'am. I'm still on parole also, and I get off of parole on October 12th.
All right. So I'm going to extend you for a year. If everything is good with you and you want to come back and can be considered for early termination, maybe if you want to come back when you're released from parole, then the court will consider it. You understand?
Okay, but
So-
until then, so I still have to pay the fines and everything?
Well, today, what we're going to do is I'm going to do the extension, and I will do a minimum supervisory fee for him. And we'll go from there.
Okay, what is
So
that?
when you are released from your parole,
Yes, ma'am.
come back to the court. Just let probation officer know you want to come back to court to see if I'll consider early termination. But in order for me to even consider that, you cannot have made any mistakes or any missteps or missed any appointments. And you need to have completed everything that I'm requiring of you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, probation. Is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so you're going to sign for the extension today, and then, as I said, and my mind is a steel trap, so I remember what I'm telling you. Complete everything, make sure there are no hiccups or missteps or any violations of any kind, and then you can contact probation, and we can come back and I'll reconsider.
When I get off in October.
Yes, I'll reconsider at that time.
Your Honor, can we list him as virtual since he does live in Harris County? Or
Oh,
do you
yes.
want
Let me
the
write that
entire
in the file.
term, transferred, or can we just do the virtual?
We can do virtual.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing with my current probation officer.
Okay, I'll allow for virtual reporting and also virtual when he comes back. All right, is there anything else?
No.
All right, anything else you need from the court?
That's it, ma'am.
All right,
Oh.
thanks for addressing appropriately for court. I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, are the parties